Hello, we're live. Let me see. Let's go back to here. That's just a bit dark. Tom, you're a god. Well, I guess we're all gods in a sense. Treesus, hey, yo, hello, hello. Come to Adelaide. I did years ago with my band, actually. There's like a church every corner. Good weed. Good
I haven't
weed.
been since I was 12.
Actually, Davis Plays, answer me a question. I heard that it's legal, or like it's okay for you to have 2 plants per household. Is that true, or is that just a myth? Please answer. You came. Yes, I did. Sorry. Okay, this is much more.
Yeah.
Much better. Hello, buddy from Colombia. Buena, ¿cómo estamos? Colombia. Greetings from North Germany. Hey, Tom. Hey, is this one of them live webcams? Yeah,
Yes,
suppose,
yes, it is.
Which would appear so.
Okay, from the UK.
Do you believe in stones? Wow, it gets so much. It's just
Yeah.
give me a chance to read. Rick Cooper asks, do you believe in stones to help in spiritual growth? If you believe that they do, yes. Otherwise, no. Like anything in life. The total reflection of you. The shroom god. I am the mushroom god. It's going to get to my head now. The shroom god. I like that. Sounds better than the mushroom guy. No, I like the mushroom guy. Are you all practicing vegetarian or veganism? Just wondering. Well, I guess technically not, but for the most part. Because I went overseas. I was still eating seafood and stuff, but ever since going overseas, because I just came back yesterday, for those who don't know, pretty for the most part, yeah. You?
Well, pretty much. I don't like dairy. I've never liked dairy since I was a little girl. Just chocolate, and even chocolate I don't eat much of. So I still eat fish, so I guess I'd be more of a pescatarian who doesn't have dairy.
Yeah. It's a little journey, right? I want to fruit rings. I want to support you on Patreon when I get my next paycheck. Love your videos. Awesome, thank you. I'd really much appreciate that. Canada will be the first country to fully legalize. Fully legalize what? Weed? If not, that's not true because Uruguay has already bet Canada to it. Which I want to do.
It's 3 in the morning in the UK. God.
Good God, man. Go to sleep. I had a dream about you. Now you're live streaming. Amazing. I was asking you a bunch of questions about live.
Ask
Interesting.
away.
Al diablo.
Are you guys in Australia?
Actually, I have a few questions for you.
Yeah. El diablo.
Well, it was me. Yeah, I just came back from Southeast Asia yesterday, so I was gonna do this live stream earlier, but I was like, no, it was a long flight. It was a 2-month journey, so a lot happened. Epic, 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 epic. Tom, love from Texas. Love from Melbourne. Tom, you bitch ass white boy. I know. Big Jube. I was waiting for it. Hi from Melbourne. Hello. Argentina. Speak on shrooms. No, thank you. You're still in Asia.
I wasn't in Asia.
Yeah, she wasn't in Asia. She was here. Tom, have you been attacked by negative entities? And what do you do in that case? No, I have not.
I kind of have.
Yeah. What, like sleep paralysis, negative entity thing?
Dark energies around me.
And how did you deal with it?
It's a very scary situation. I kind of went to all different places and sought out advice from all different things. I would hang a cross above my bed. I'd pray before bed, light some candles. At the moment, I found sage and
Palo Santo?
Palo Santo, the best thing to burn and sort of just cleanse the room. That kind of that helps. That helps. And just there's a meditation thing as well where you kind of just meditate and you put this glowing protective bubble over you. Practicing that helps a lot as well. And you kind of learn to sort of activate that shield every now and then to sort of protect you from these negative energies. Or
love will protect you.
Yes.
What's the best strain? Well, here in Australia, we just get weed, so my knowledge of strains is like pretty bad. I wish. Hey, Tom, you're a Tommy. Okay, I'm going to stop reading from this guy because he's going to keep trolling. Wait, can I kick people out? That'd be cool.
I'm pretty sure you can. Remove. There you go.
Oh, block. Sweet.
Yeah.
See you, mate. Nice.
Are you guys high right now? No, we're not.
Yesenia, what you been up to?
Just working. I'm working on myself. You know. That's pretty much it. Gym. Lots of gym.
That's it?
Pretty much. Yeah.
Tom gives the best advice. No, I don't think so, but I appreciate it. I can't wait until weed is legal here in Canada. Everyone has been acting like it already has, though. The cops don't even care. Nice. Well, yeah, when we went to Canada, we, you know, Adam hooked us up with like these really good strains. So
yes,
it was pretty much like it was legal. Here, you don't have that.
No,
you don't know what you're getting unless you have like a really good dealer who knows exactly what they're growing. Let's see. Speak on shrooms. No, shrooms are life. Shrooms. You and Adam actually saved my life one time from an analog LSD. I tested it, came out to be a dangerous one that would have killed me. Ooh.
Very
Test your substances, guys. Speaking of, I have a link in the description box. Do I? Yes, I do. Yes. So test your drugs.
Have you ever tried DOC? I don't know.
I don't know what DOC is, either. Chris does way too much LSD. Seems like it. Would you two be interested in a three-way? Are you a hot female? According to your thumbnail, no, so no. Dropping acid tomorrow with friends will be my first time tripping with other people around. Well, all the best.
Good luck.
Good luck on your journey. Have you ever microdosed? Yes, I made a video on this ages ago, but I ended up deleting it because I had scales and my jar of mushrooms in the video, and I'm like, yeah, maybe I should not have this on the internet. So cops can put this against me. Hey, Adam. It's my friend Adam from Psychonauts Anonymous.
Oh.
You should do a video where you go skydiving with an instructor on acid. That sounds like a horrible idea. I was like, oh, maybe microdosing. Yeah, I don't know, man. I'm going to have a heart attack. maybe with a shaman. Okay. No. While you're like, ah! That'd be a good video, though. 3 to 4 days a week is the most I can do with effects. Tom, are you going to do more personal growth videos? Yeah, on the description box, check out my second channel, Raw Spirituality. That's all about personal growth, psychology, all the shit that I've been wanting to do since the start of this channel. So subscribe to that channel, and that's will.
Is life truly pointless? No. It's only pointless if you make it pointless.
It's all perspective, man.
Yeah.
Yes. But that's a dark rabbit hole you don't want to go down. Which I'm like I'm mostly out of now, but it's still lingering, but I've gone much better in my trip. How has the break from marijuana been? Do you feel more functional or clear-headed on a day-to-day basis? Yes, I feel more content, and I have better tools, cognitive tools, to be able to just be more content with everyday life and less clouded. I did end up smoking in Thailand. I had a big break, and then I had weed in Cambodia because I had like these happy pizza shops. I just had like, can I get a happy pizza, but without the pizza? Thanks. And so yeah, he just gave me a whole bunch of weed from like the shop owner. But it was really cool, you know. That was a different experience. And then Vietnam as well. How often do you meditate? What type of techniques do you practice? I meditate, yeah, practically every single day. I usually do like a few cycles of deep breathing with either meditation music, maybe binaural beats. I bought a singing bowl. That could be my new meditation. Who knows? And just mindfulness, yeah.
I don't meditate as often as I should.
Jesus, look, this is where we're at. And look how much. Fuck. I might just have to skip a whole bunch of questions. Doesn't matter. Tom, what is a major goal you'd like to accomplish with this YouTube channel? With this YouTube channel, I would like to travel the world and like record cool documentaries, like animations, have a production team, like have like visual artists and maybe actors and stuff like that. That'd be awesome. So I can do different series. Like there's one, I want to do a documentary on Uruguay about the marijuana regulation. Actually go there, you know, interview the locals, maybe some professionals in the medical field. The president, that'd be pretty cool. Pepe. Yeah, you know, things like that, and do like much more intricate, what do you call it, like simulations and stuff. But yeah, that requires more funding. So if you want to help that mission, go check out Patreon. When are you going to post Girlfriend LSD? As soon as we hit our first milestone on Patreon.
Yes.
How awesome that was.
I'm actually really excited for that one to come out, so I hope we get that milestone.
Actually, do you want to talk a little bit about that trip? Because that was your first LSD trip, and you had 200 micrograms, which is it's not the smallest dose.
It was definitely an interesting trip.
Yeah. All right. What's one thing you got out of it? Just one thing. Don't have to talk about the whole trip. We'll wait to release the document.
Well, that like one thing that happened in that trip that kind of like I saw myself die a lot, which was really really full on well. Because I've like mentioned before in one of my mushroom videos, it's a fear of mine of dying, and mushrooms kind of help me sort of not stress out so much with it. But LSD, I died. I had no choice. I was dying, and it was very scary, but at the same time it was cool because it got to a point where I just kind of had to accept it because it kept happening and it kept happening, it kept happening. I was just watching myself die, be rebuilt, die, then, but yeah.
Rebirth and dying.
Rebirth and dying. So it was this infinite cycle, and it was yeah. It was a good trip. The footage is really, really cool.
And it's at Adam's house.
Yep.
You know that paint? I don't know, you guys, if you've seen his channel, he has like that really trippy painting that he has in a few of his videos. Anyway, she was staring at that, and I was like, fuck.
It was moving. It's right. That's right. It was alive. Yeah. It's funny because I rewatched the footage, and in the footage, I'm remembering things, and I'm like, oh yeah, that's right. Like, yeah. Anyways.
Okay. Anyways, next one.
No.
You guys are a beautiful couple. Thanks,
Thank
Rachel.
You.
I know that she's a fellow patron.
Patron. This is something about family.
Have you ever heard of Yopo? My mate's doing something. That's like is Yopo this 5-MeO DMT snuff from some plant? I think so. Seems like a snuff.
You scroll really fast.
That's alright.
Incredibly annoying.
She's hot. Roll call last. Tom, what is a major... Oh, no, wait, that's already... Yeah. Okay, I'll go down. I like turtles.
I love turtles.
Turtles!
No, not turtle.
Actually, it's a tortoise.
Okay,
hang on,
we're just scrolling through the questions.
Yeah, excuse me, guys. I did a 3-way with myself. 2 friends. With Miss Palmer. Palmer.
Stop. Why are you scrolling?
Okay. What do you think of taking low shroom doses with no purpose other than for fun? Just as people drink such smoke marijuana. What do you think of taking low doses for fun? Well, it's such an individual experience, so that's up to you to decide, really. For me, I've passed that stage where I can never do it just for fun. I wish I could, but yeah.
Sugar is a drug.
Live without sugar or live without drugs for the rest of your life?
Depends what kind of drugs you mean.
Yeah, if you specifically mean psychoactive drugs, then yeah, the no drugs.
Really? I'd go without sugar.
Yeah.
I could live without sugar.
No, but if there was some magical genie that could like just remove all temptations of drugs for the rest of my life. That'd probably be a good thing for me.
Yeah.
That's what I mean.
Yeah.
No, of course, I'd prefer, like, drugs are much more fun than sugar.
No, I'd go without sugar.
He's like, lol, I was just joking. With the skydiving comment.
Oh.
You should look into the sacred lotus. Very grounding, and in a way is an anti-psychedelic. It might be right for you while you're taking a break from psych. Sacred lotus. More information, please, Adam. That'd be great.
Have we ever done couples yoga? I didn't know they do couples yoga. We do.
Wait, you mean there's a specific couples yoga, or go into a yoga class as a couple? Because if that's the case, we've done that. Case.
Place. What a whale.
What are your thoughts on kava kava? Well, the first time I had it, Adam had this jar of kava kava juice, and he gave it to me, and I had a sip, and it tasted like the most foulest, fermented, vinegary thing ever. And I'm like, okay, I guess this is how it tastes. And I'm like forcing myself down it, and then Adam's like, all right, give me some, and he has it. And as soon as he has a sip, he just spits it all back in the jar. I'm like, oh, it's not supposed to taste like that. He's like, no. So yeah, he just gave me like the most. Say that's my only experience with kava.
Wait, I want to answer that question.
Oh, Yesenia. After Tom's Iboga experience, do you still feel like exploring psychedelics? Ooh,
yes.
Yes.
Yes, I do. I do. No, because I'm a bit more cautious when I go into doing psychedelics, and I kind of have not saying that Tom doesn't have intentions, but at that time it was the wrong intention, the wrong.
Was out of ego?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Whereas because I'm so cautious about it, I'm to that point where I might be too careful about it. So yeah, I do still want to explore with psychedelics. Just I space them out a lot, and I make sure I'm in a very not cautious, but safe environment. And yeah.
In other words, she's smart. Like, surely you can't do drugs in those countries, or they'll Chappelle Corby you're quick smart.
Oh yeah, Chappelle Corby.
Yeah, that's why in Vietnam we had to take a swan boat, and we took it out into the middle of the lake, and then we smoked the joint. We've got to be smart, you know. That was a great experience, though. I'm now coming out from an intense weed trip. I confirmed that marijuana can be psychedelic. Before having this experience, I watched a girlfriend's horror extreme trip report. It was beautiful.
Oh.
You guys are such a beautiful couple. You can tell how much you love one another.
Yeah.
Nah. I don't know. Thinking about trying mushrooms? Any tips? Go watch my How to Prepare for Your First Mushroom Trip.
Pretty much.
Yeah. Have you taken a look at Jordan Peterson and his philosophies on life? I've had an existential issue similar to yours, and his ideas really helped me clear out. Yeah, I've been obsessed with him for the last few months. I reached out to him for a podcast, but that guy is busy as fuck. So hopefully one day I can get through to him, and hopefully he'd be keen to have a conversation with me. Are you back from Thailand? Yes, I got home yesterday afternoon, and it is now 12 o'clock in the afternoon the next day. So.
Well,
yeah, it was fuck. Like the amount of experiences I've had in these last 2 months have been something else, like very intense. But it's been amazing. Rachel, smiley face. Smiley face back.
You could just smile back.
Tom, what was your childhood dream growing up? What did you wish you'd be doing when you were young before you got into psychedelic spiritual education?
Oh, yes, I'm interested in knowing this.
How young? Like high school or primary school?
Childhood.
To be like a famous actor, I think, because Arnold Schwarzenegger was like my biggest rock idol growing up. But I was like so overly shy and socially anxious that I never could. But it was just a stupid dream kind of thing. Or a director, and then I think it was something to do with movies and creating and like cartoons and stuff. So I guess sort of this YouTube channel makes sense in a way. But then my longest dream was to be like a famous musician. Well, not necessarily the famous part, but a successful musician.
Have you or your girlfriend played any sports?
I used to play soccer.
I used to play soccer as well.
And tennis. It was my first trophy I ever got, actually.
Soccer.
Yeah, it's a snuff you make from the seed. You're talking about Yoko. Yeah, I thought so.
Oh, okay.
If I was to ever do 5-MeO DMT, it'd be like 5 or 10 years from now when I'm like,
What do you do when your family completely rejects you for your life decisions?
Yeah, you have to keep moving forward, I suppose. Yeah, what
Just
can you
gotta
do?
go on your own journey.
Some families are tougher than others. And
I've kind of learned that family is just family because they're by blood. They're there because they're supposed to help you, but in the end, it's just you.
most of the time, it's resistance. They're like spiritual prison gatekeepers in a sense.
Sometimes you can be really lucky and have a good family that support you and whatever, and give you everything you need to go to do what you need to do in life. And a lot of people don't. Some people they're just out on their own. And
yeah, it's got to keep moving forward.
Yeah.
Find your community, find your tribe.
Yes.
Greeting from Phnom Penh. Yeah. Dude, Phnom Penh, I swear, they're the most unorganized, like, you know the walkways? They're not for walking. People just park. They don't give a fuck. People don't know what they're doing. It was an interesting place, though. I like the happy shake. I had a happy lemon shake. They put a lot of weed in there. It's like, this is very strong marijuana. What's your opinion on the new Jim Carrey interview? I'm not surprised. He's just realizing that there is no self. The way he's gone about it, I suppose it sounds crazy to most people, but he obviously gives zero fucks, so which is good.
I feel like he's just fed up with everything.
But he's changed.
He's fed up with the facade. He's fed up with having to act like a person in front of everyone, and it's just Do
you think going to the movies on LSD would be fun? I'm sure it would be fun, but you're asking the wrong person because I'm against that.
Yeah, I think it depends on the people, because Tom thinks it's a great idea, smoking weed in the lake and pitch darkness and the boat.
Oh, those are amazing ideas. The best one of my top 3 weed sessions I've had in my life.
See, I'm too scared to do those kind of things because I'm
yeah, it depends on you. That's
like
me.
in my head, I know that I'm gonna freak out and think that any creature's gonna come crawling out of the water or something. Yeah, I know it's irrational, but I know it's gonna, like, in my mind, it's gonna happen.
Your imagination goes wild.
Yeah, so it depends on the person.
What are your top 5 metal bands? Oh, I've been I already had this list in my head for many years, I think. Trivium, Metallica, Pantera, In Flames, Machine Head. Yeah. How often do you smoke? It goes in cycles. Sometimes not at all, sometimes a lot, and then sometimes moderately.
More often than not.
Yeah. What do you both believe in, spiritual or otherwise?
That's a long conversation.
Yeah, I'm sorry.
Very long, very deep.
Too deep. Hey, Jake Alexander just donated $2.
Ah.
How to grow a YouTube channel after passing 1,000 subs? Okay, it's one of those things, like, if you donate, your comment pops up.
Okay.
Yeah. Okay, well, I guess I have to answer this now. After passing 1,000 subs. Well, it depends on what niche that you're in. Well, it depends, and it also depends on what you want. If you want, like, YouTube algorithm marketing advice, or if you want purely just making good content advice. But in the end of the day, content is king. So it's all about creating authentic content that reflects who you are as a person. Okay, let me just give an example. If you're like a psychedelic channel, go to the most famous psychedelic channels, whether it's like me, Drugs Lab, Psych Substance, Drug Classroom, and then go on their video tab, go to most popular, and then you make a list of their top 10 most popular most popular videos, and see what they're doing there. And just remix it your own, you know what I mean? Like, there's the remix principle where you get a very popular video that works so well, but you just twist it in a way that makes it your own. But just do that, and just, make good content. If you like Arnold Schwarzenegger, did you ever consider doing bodybuilding? Yes, I did, but I smoked too much weed. So I'm like, I stopped. What instrument you played? Played guitar. Guitar. Oh, just to that question, I'll give you another quick tip, which I learned from some course that I did. To make like a good popular video, just follow the 3 traits, which is number 1, offer a unique perspective, 2, elicit an emotional response, and 3, tell a story. So use either one or a combination of 3, and that will get you an awesome video, which will attract more people. Okay. So what is this, a YouTube course? No, maybe in the future. Do you think the golden age of YouTube channels on psychedelics is almost over, or is it just the beginning? It depends if people are willing to adapt. See, me personally, I'm to that stage where I'm beginning the next phase of my channel. I'm going to start new things and like really go all out. And these are the kind of things that help channels survive. If you just do the same shit over and over and over again, you'll never make it. That's with any channel, not just psychedelics. It doesn't matter. And with psychedelics as well, we're still a little bit, such a hip sound, like I'm totally ahead of the curve right now. But seriously, psychedelics are just beginning in their popularity and they're exploding, and it's just going to get more and more and more popular. So I don't think so. It just, again, it depends on the channel. What are your thoughts on simulation theory? I think it's a very plausible theory. Smoke cannot rise in the... I'm not going to use that. Oh, no, not going down that road. What is it that drew you to psychedelic exploration? I'm just naturally a curious mind that likes to explore other layers of reality, and then I discovered the Joe Rogan experience and the way he talked about DMT and mushrooms and all that kind of stuff just intrigued me.
How long do you think you should wait before doing mushrooms again? That is totally up to you.
It's all relative.
Yeah.
But I would say at least a few months.
Like,
if it's a heavy mushroom dose.
Go with your gut instinct. If you inside, like, you don't feel like you're ready for it yet, then just wait. Just wait. You're like, it's not something, you know, you never know, you might not even need to do it a second time.
Like, because especially with a heroic dose, that's one of the things that you could just do once in your life, and that's you're good. You don't need to do it anymore. It's a great, I guess. That's one. How good are you on the guitar?
He's very good.
No,
he's very good. Very talented.
I'm okay. Why do you have to be here?
Even my dad said that he should be on one of those TV shows.
Nah, please. I actually used to have a YouTube channel where I did guitar covers, which I will not share on here.
They're all going to find it.
No, they won't. I'll delete this video. Do you know if there was datura in the ayahuasca you had? Because some shamans, blah, 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 blah. No, because Stacey specifically said, no, there is most definitely not any of that in this brew. I would never put it in, yeah, blah, 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 blah.
There was a datura flower outside of the
yeah, but
they
call it dowe.
Dowe.
What else? They had one bisa though, and that had an analog of 5-MeO-DMT and 5 times more amount of N-dimethyltryptamine. So it was a very potent brew. What is your view on mixing psychs? I'm not a fan. I wouldn't do it.
5-MeO-DMT.
No, because here's my logic when it comes to mixing psychedelics. It's like, if you want a more powerful experience, why don't you just take more of the original substance? You know what I mean? And especially with psychedelics, how the experience can grow exponentially. Why would you need to mix, let's say, mushrooms with LSD when you can just take more mushrooms, or you can just take more LSD to the point where you definitely wouldn't need to take another psychedelic? Because then it makes it, I don't know, it can be dangerous. But again, it's up to you, man. I don't know. This is just me and how I feel about it from my personal, my personal life. Do you write music? I haven't lately, but yeah, no, I do like to just fuck around and do it sometimes. Yeah, sure. What do you think of Alan Watts, legend? What time is it there? 12:12. Ooh.
Yeah.
Synchronicity. What's up, Tom? What's up, Tom's girlfriend? I don't know your name, sorry.
It's just him. Hello.
Oi, Cants. How are ya? I'm good. How's it going, everyone? Love your vids, mate. And Aussie mannerisms. What Aussie mannerisms? I don't know what you're talking about. How dare you? How rude. How rude. Someone's like, sorry, but rude. So, oh, sorry, a bit rude. Do you like Minecraft? No.
No.
I don't play it.
Me neither.
I don't really play video games apart from Nintendo games these days. I do want to get the new Zelda, though. And the new... We're going to go Harvey's on the new Switch to get the new Mario game, aren't we?
Yes, we are.
Elbowing your boob there.
Joe's is saying, hello, Joe.
Hello, Joe. Adam, what animals do you guys identify with? Do you have a spirit? See, I like that question.
As always.
He's more rational. Instead of, or do you have a spirit or totem, blah, 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 blah. I 100% resonate with a wolf. I saw it, I guess, as my spirit animal during a San Pedro trip. Could just be drugs fucking around with my mind, but either or, I've always resonated with it. That's why I got a husky for my first dog. And I just, yeah, that's pretty much it.
Mine's mainly a tiger, but it constantly changes. Like, I feel like I could morph into a dog or a wolf if I wanted to, a rabbit, or what else, a cat. But I resonate most with the tiger.
Ever been tripping and suddenly the trip takes a darker turn and you get an overwhelming sense of why the hell am I promoting this, and a feeling of embarrassment? Yeah. I was like this close of deleting this channel multiple times, especially after my collaboration with Adam as well, yeah. Well, it was more the BOGO, yeah. Fuck yeah, 100%.
Ooh, excuse me.
That's why now I'm more, I guess, what can you call it, more of a party pooper, I guess, what the young kids will call me. In the sense that I don't promote it as much. Loving the podcast. Wish you the best. Thanks, Jake. Much appreciated. Next podcast, I'm going to be chatting with Adam soon. So that'll be cool. And I've got a few more people on the lineup. So Dakota Wint, for those people who know him. He's awesome. He's in India right now. I'd love to hang out with that dude. Hot and dangerous. It has such a trippy experience to get into lifelong skill. Is smoking Datura while on LSD a good idea? Again, mixing psychedelics is generally not a good idea in my opinion, and Datura, period, is not a good idea, even by itself. Don't do Datura. That's a dangerous, dangerous, dangerous drug.
I smoked DMT when I was on LSD.
I was DMT there and you were with people. And you're special. You're a different person. Why are you going to ruin it? Look what you did. I look like an asshole now. I never said I don't do it. I said I personally think it's a bad idea, but I've done a lot of bad shit. Motherfucker. What is the youngest age you think you should have mentally benefit of taking mushrooms? I think 21 at the absolute youngest.
Mentally, yeah.
Like absolutely. If you can wait to 25, if I could go back in time, I would have waited till I was 25. But there is no time, so.
Yeah.
And there is no self.
You've scrolled the whole screen down.
Hang on a sec. Can I like? Okay. I wish I can like make this just a chat a full screen.
Let's see if you can. No. How did the both of you
What substances are on your checklist? I am not answering that.
How did you both learn to speak Spanish? You missed that one.
I think 25 is safe age. Yeah, exactly. 25.
So he's going to completely ignore that question. I learned Spanish first. I learned Spanish first, and then because both my parents are Chilean, and then when I started school, I learned English. And Tom learned because of his mum.
Yes, exactly.
Yesenia,
Rachel.
How was your ayahuasca experience? My ayahuasca experience was very intense. It was beautiful, and I'm very grateful for all of it. Near the end of it, I was kind of getting to the point where I was like, I don't want to do this anymore. I think I'm done. I'm pretty happy to be over it, especially after Tom's
ordeal.
Yeah, because it after that, it kind of didn't become my journey. It was more our journey. So But Tom's planning on doing a documentary on my perspective, which will be interesting. And yeah, hopefully you guys get to see it.
Yep. But we need more support. I
learned a lot of lessons, and now I'm still trying to integrate everything I've learned. And yeah.
Too bad. What parts of South America have you guys visited? Chile, Peru. I've done Brazil, but that was like when I was a kid.
Oh no,
that's Latin America. Yeah, that's it. Yeah, not much for
Chile.
But again, like I was saying earlier before to you guys, I'd love to fly to Peru, meet one of my best mates, Felipe.
Peru, Uruguay.
Did I say Peru?
You said Peru.
Uruguay. Uruguay. To do like a documentary about the weed legalization. They're doing it the best. Like everyone's like, oh, Colorado, California, Canada, they're doing it. No, Uruguay, they're the people doing it right. You can grow 6 plants in your house, right? You can grow it yourself. It's not, you don't have to go through an institution. None of that bullshit. It's like full on regulated. And it's amazing.
The drug system there is very
the best. Good. Like of all the countries in the world, they're doing it by far the best when it comes to weed regulation.
I'm pretty sure, I don't know this for a fact, but I'm pretty sure it's Uruguay that instead of imprisoning people with drug addictions, they send them to rehab.
Yeah, I don't know if it's that. That's why I want to do a documentary.
I can't remember if it's them, but
yes, the podcasts are amazing. Please continue them, of course. Just wanted to say, so Asian Alex, hello Asian Alex. Just wanted to say that your videos, love your videos, man. Help educate me in psychedelics and probe me to do more research. Awesome, both of you. Thanks, bro.
Thank you.
Do you think the iboga was the direct cause of your depression, or just brought forward the existential dread you've had in your mind before? Well, then that would beg the question: do these substances, don't they just give you access to already what's in your mind, you know, if you want to get all philosophical? But yeah, I think, I don't know, like I feel like I would have eventually maybe gone into that, but not to that intensity, and it was just like premature. That's the difference. Like there's difference, like you can go to an existential terror, but if you're not prepared and you're not equipped with it, that's when it can get a lot more negative, versus that if you're mentally prepared for it, you can deal with it and cope with it. I wasn't mentally prepared for it. Never take Datura. Exactly. Never take Datura. Never, ever, ever, ever. I'll never recommend that to anybody.
Hey, it's my mate Tom.
I'm a massive fan. This live stream is cool. Is there any specific reason this is going on right now? Well, this was actually going to be just for my patrons, but for whatever reason, there was only like, yeah, just pretty much no people showed up. So I was like, oh, well, I'm not going to do it.
We did wake up a little bit late.
Yeah, and we woke up late, and I was just like, yeah, this is probably a shit time for the rest of the world. So I'm like, oh, fuck it, I'm just going to do it for my channel. And I haven't been very active on this channel as well. So yeah, you look like a dad, Tom.
Not yet.
Excuse me?
No. No.
You look like a dad. It's my morning hair. We just wake up.
I love it.
Fuck off. Do you think 17 is too young for an MD in psych? Most definitely. Especially MD, man, because you never know. Like your brain is not equipped enough to replenish all your serotonin. It can, yeah. Why are you laughing? Will you make other videos on lucid dreaming? Yes, but on my other channel. So go subscribe to Raw Spirituality in the description box below. Hey Tom, I'm a psychonaut, but some phenomena really worries me, like the case of Charles Manson and LSD. How is it possible? How to avoid psychedelics being used? Well, as soon as you have like a psychedelic trip that kind of, you get a lot of these creepy vibes and it kind of pushes you off balance, stop and recover. Otherwise, if you get damaged from psychedelics, right, you get off balance and then you do another trip, it'll just put you further off balance, further off balance, further off balance. And you keep going and going and going and going until you turn into Charles Manson. That's my theory anyway. No, but that's the thing, because psychedelics aren't good or bad, and it just depends on where you go. But again, if you have a bad experience and it kind of fucks you up a little bit, either take a break or stop psychedelics and do the work on yourself until you get back into balance. And then if you want to try it again and see how it goes, whether it puts you on the positive end of the spectrum or the negative, then you'll know. But yeah, just stop taking, because the thing is, a lot of people, I know old friends of mine who will like, he'll trip on LSD. He's like fucked up. He's got depression, anxiety, and all these really fucked up issues. And then he'll just keep doing it and doing it and doing it and get more fucked up, more paranoid, more alone, more existentially anxious. It's like, why are you doing this?
My friend that has depression goes out and has MDMA every weekend. It's like, geez, I wonder why you're so
I
sad.
took mushrooms at age 14. Don't listen to this guy.
Look, he's not saying don't take drugs at a young age. It's just it's more beneficial for you at a later age when your mind is more developed.
Yeah, you can still have a positive. You can still have a positive experience when you're young, but I would argue that if you waited until you're 25, you would have got a much richer experience. That's my point.
Especially if you understand the drug more and your own mind more. Like at such a young age, you don't really. I'm not saying you don't really know much, but like you understand less. That makes sense.
Like when you're young?
Yeah.
No, you don't know shit. I'm 25 and I'm like, I don't know shit. So when you're 14, you're like spiritually retarded. Yeah, sorry to use a crude term, but you don't know shit.
If it helps you, then that's great.
Yeah.
Awesome.
But I'm talking everything that I
just saying it's more beneficial at a later age.
But the thing is, because everyone always argues like, yeah, but I did this, yeah, but it's still good, or it still helped me. It's like everything, my whole life philosophy has always been based on optimization. What can be the best way you can do it, not what's good or bad or what's beneficial for you or not beneficial. It's how can you do something the most optimal possible? That's my whole philosophy is based on. So if you don't care about optimization, then yeah, don't listen to me. It doesn't matter. I'm just saying. That's just where I'm coming from. Oh, look at all these comments flooding in. Let's hit that sweat lodge soon, brother. Killing it. Ah, CK. Yeah, I sweated with him before I left. Fuck yeah, definitely. We should go.
You didn't sweat enough in Thailand,
Asia. Yeah, true. But
no,
it's not the same. Sweat lodge is really good. We'll go either this Sunday or next Sunday, brother. Yeah, we'll keep in touch. Definitely. Favorite artist? Oh, it's too many. I'm just gonna say Red Hot Chili Peppers. They've been consistently. I've enjoyed them consistently throughout my life. So I've never done any psychedelics except for the dank marijuana, but I love hearing your videos and learning. Awesome. Culture is not your friend. No. Culture is the biggest cult, isn't it? How do you know when you are ready for a DMT trip? You just know. If you have to ask that question, you're not ready.
Pretty much.
What happens after we die? I don't know. I haven't died yet.
That's a very.
You'll have to ask Jesus or something.
Depends on the person.
Adam, I am biased with who I'm answering questions with. Patreons and people I know. You've been traveling. What countries are left on your bucket list? Would you consider doing a round world trip if this channel supported you enough? Yeah, 100%. That's one of my future goals with this channel. Like once it gets, to a significant level, I would love to travel the world and do, let's say like, do a documentary on marijuana regulation in Uruguay, or go to like Southeast Asia and do do an opium documentary, or go to, I don't know, what are some other countries like Mexico and do a magic mushroom documentary and shit like that. I don't know. Just travel the world and do like fucking amazing. It doesn't even have to be drugs, but just 100%.
So in Spain, it's legal like that too.
Oh, nice.
Spain.
The weed in Uruguay is shit though. No. But when did you go though? Because they legalized it like 2 years ago. So if you went before 2 years ago, then okay. Otherwise, your comment is invalid, I suppose, because if it's illegalized, then now you can get anything. So, most milligrams of edibles you've had, I don't know, 1 whole brownie. Too much. Would you try salvia in its most natural form? Maybe, but yeah, it would have to be in its natural form, be with a shaman, and it would be like years and years from now. I'm just not fucking ready for that. No way. Have you ever invested in cryptocurrencies? Yes, I got you into Bitcoin, so yeah. Bitcoin, Ethereum, and Litecoin. There's some, like not a whole bunch of investments, but yeah, some. She could be a model.
Oh, shucks. Thank you.
Oh, Rachel, time I showed up, you weren't there. Yeah, I know you showed up, Rachel. There was only like 2 people watching, 3 people watching, and then it went down to 2, then down to 1. I'm like, oh, okay, this is, yeah. You guys should make a Discord channel for your fan base. I assume you already know what Discord is. I've heard of it. I've just never really researched into it.
I thought y'all was sleeping. We were.
Would you call yourself scientifically literate? Like, okay, I'm so scientific, but I'll let you answer this from an outside perspective. Am I scientifically literate?
Well, I know I'm not.
No, you're like new age and hippie as fuck. But I love you for it.
But the only scientific stuff I know is from you. But even then, it's like it's more what you research.
Hmm.
Yeah, I suppose you are. Somewhat, yeah.
Well,
to a degree.
My foundation is scientific, but I went more the woo-woo side, if that makes sense. You know what I mean?
Woohoo! Yoo-hoo! Woohoo! Woohoo!
Philosophy has gone through paradigm shifts every century. It is comforting or not to remind yourself that existential dread about any particular philosophical position is likely untrue. Philosophy, blah 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 blah. Yes, I agree, because I think that culture. I think there's like this existential crisis epidemic going on right now, and you can tell with what's popular on TV right now. Even look at Rick and Morty. It's like the most famous cartoon show ever right now. The most popular cartoon show right now. And what is it about? All that fucking nihilism, pretty much. That's like well, that's Rick's philosophy. Some would argue that the show is not nihilistic. That is just Rick, but he's like the star of the show. And there's a lot of, yeah. But anyways.
He also says,
you're right, it can change.
And at a young age, I totally lost the rest of it. Yeah, there we go. And at a young age, I think you can get fucked up for life because you are impressionable.
Yeah, exactly. I'm 25. I'm a quarter of a century, of course. But I've gone a lot. Yeah, I'm doing a lot better now. Your children gonna be ugly.
That's okay. I was ugly too.
Yeah, of course, philosophy is going to change. That's what I'm actively trying to. It sounds so hippie, guys, but the answer to existential, in a very simplified form, of course, and it's just a word at the end of the day, but it's love. All you need is love.
Oh, that's nice.
What?
I had my first mushroom trip at the age of 16 on a Pharaoh bus ride. It was the best experience of my life, and I still think of it every day.
There you go. See, that's why it's all relative, guys. You can do it. Yeah.
I'm just saying you can't do it.
Exactly, and you got to think as well that when I have as much influence as I have on this psychedelic community, especially with younger people, that I have to be more strict with what I say. I have to be more careful. That's what you guys got to understand as well. Like, how I talk about psychedelics to the internet is not going to be exactly how I talk about psychedelics, let's say, to my mates or something, you know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
Where it's like, yeah, it's like that extra pressure of like, I should be more responsible. Would you consider mixing nootropics with psychedelics? Yeah, sure. Like Alpha Brain and stuff. I have Alpha Brain there.
They can't see that.
Just use your imagination.
He has a little hippie shelf, and it's on the bottom shelf.
Love the Martin Ball podcast, man. His non-duality perspective on reality has genuinely helped me overcome some recent and long-standing anxieties. Thanks for getting some juicy knowledge out there. No worries. Favorite painter artist, I mean. My friend Mati.
You don't really know much about art.
No, I don't. Who's your mate, Tom? Who's my mate? You guys are my mates, right? Do you know who Icarus 480 is, Tom? Yeah, I did a podcast with him like ages ago. And we just ended at that. Hi, Tom. I watch your vids and I think that we are soulmates. I have educational channel about drugs too. It would be so cool to trip together in the future. Shrooms are on me. Can't tell with that. My dad's Polish, actually. I appreciate the offer. I would happily have a joint with you if you're cool. I just don't like tripping. Number one, I don't like tripping. Number two, I don't like tripping. Not even with my friends, let alone with strangers. It's just I get too. Those who don't know what that means. Edibles are not to be taken lightly. Definitely not. We should have an edible.
Yeah, I've been craving one.
That'd be awesome.
I've actually been craving
Live
one.
stream
How weird is
edible.
that?
Should be video.
Mm.
Nah, I'm joking.
Ever thought of coming over to Iceland? Yes.
Yeah,
I
everywhere.
have, definitely.
I understand your existential depression. I have existential crisis all the time. It's one of the worst feelings. I agree. Ever talk to Adam on a purely friendship basis? Yeah, of course.
On a regular basis,
Lately, like these last couple months, we haven't too much. Number one, because I've just been going through my own shit, and two, he's been like fucking super busy and going through his own stuff as well. But yeah, no, we're definitely friends. We have a lot of parallels together. It's kind of scary. Like his girlfriend and Yesenia were like talking about how scarily similar we are.
Oh, very alike. Very alike.
You ever punched a kangaroo in the cunt?
Very dangerous thing to do.
But yeah, that's
very.
I am totally against animal abuse, but if you can do that, that's respect.
I'm too scared to get close to the little kangaroo in the pouch.
I had sex with a kangaroo once.
Good for you.
How was the cunt? Was it nice and lean and tight? Too far?
Very.
Sorry. That's why I have her to stop me from saying these kind of things.
It didn't stop you, did it?
No, it didn't. If you took psychedelics and had a bad trip and tried to suppress what came up for some years because you got way too mind-blown/scared, would you recommend not taking drugs again or explore more? I would recommend seeing a therapist, especially someone who explores psychedelics and knows what you're experiencing or knows what your experience is. Yeah, see someone, talk to someone, and resolve that before you jump into a trip. Yeah,
you gotta let the dust settle.
The more you repress something, the more it grows and mutates into a bigger, badder monster, and it gets more fucked up. So that could come out. No, I don't want to put the expectation in your head, but at the same time, it's better for me to scare you, I suppose, so you can deal with it versus you getting an unpleasant surprise. Do you believe in law of attraction, visualization?
Yes,
yeah. Not in the mainstream view, I suppose, but in short, if you align your So if you align your positive emotion with a thought, that's what can help attract things. Like, it's not about visualization or thinking, oh, I'm going to be rich, I'm going to be rich. You have to feel like you've already got it, and then take actions, daily actions towards that goal while doing the visualization and while feeling like you've actually got it. That's what works. Anything else? Yeah. That's in short. Yeah. Tom literally reminds me of my dad. You have a father look to your fascio.
Okay.
Maybe Hey Tom, what do you think? I'm so hungry now. I don't know how long this live show is going to go for now.
Do you want me to make some vegan completas?
Yes.
Very good shots.
Hey Tom, what do you think happens after death? Again, I haven't died, so I don't know. You're my favorite invisible mate, Tom. I'm not invisible, I'm here. Am I invisible? Am I real? What is it, Jerry from Rick and Morty? He's like, am I real? Gary, I want to be with Gary. Do you think you can break through on acid, similar to DMT or mushrooms? Yes. Yes. Definitely. You just have to take it. Well, because again, dose is all relative to your state of consciousness. I think you can break through on like 100 micrograms if you're skilled enough.
Have you ever been recognized in public? Yes.
Yes. I did it. Yeah, in Peru. Yeah, someone's like looking at me and he's like,
my mate come?
My mates? My mates. And at the 420 picnic.
Oh, yeah.
Have you had sex on psychedelics? Which ones and how was it? Us together, no. I've had sex with her while I was coming down off mushrooms. Yeah. It was amazing at the start, then it got weird because we're in public.
Yeah, we're at the lake.
Yeah, we're in public, so then that paranoia, gave me performance anxiety, then it just went weird. Yeah. but it wasn't really amazing. Do you want to go to Burning Man one day? Yes!
Yes.
Oh my God, yes!
Oh my God, that'd be amazing.
Fundraiser. Can you guys fund my Burning Man trip, and I'll do a documentary.
Document everything.
See, this is why, guys. Patreon. I have so many amazing plans for this channel. What's the population of where you live? You mean in Melbourne? I don't know, a couple mil.
It's a big city.
Interested if you're in a small town? No, I'm in Melbourne. We're just in the outer eastern suburbs of Melbourne.
Tom lives more in the bush kind of area.
Yeah, it's still civilization. It's not a small town though. It's fucking civilization.
Yeah. Of course. Further up, like 10 minutes up the road, then you get the small towns. Yeah,
it's like Geelong and not even Geelong. Further
what do you mean? Like a Belgrave kind of area. They're kind of little small.
Yeah, I suppose. Depends on you. Yeah. Anyway, based on your psychedelic experiences, do you feel like there is some type of universal intelligence you come into contact with? Yes. Yeah. Definitely feels like it. When you did 1P LSD with Adam and you realized that you hadn't actually had years ago, what was the difference between that and thought LSD years ago compared to real 1P LSD? Apart from the intensity, but that's because I took 150 micrograms, was the body load feeling. Like I'd get like this sort of nauseous. But then we smoked the Mapache, which had an MAOI, so that would have influenced the trip as well. But I felt, especially like the electric buzzing sensations, and the visuals were just like way more crisp, and just and the body load feeling was just like completely different to what I experienced. Do you think everyone should have a psychedelic experience at the age of 18 as a rite of passage? No, because the age of 18, what is 18? You know what I mean? That's just it's a social construct. The society tells you, oh, when you're 18, you're an adult. Bullshit. You're still a kid. I'm a kid. I'm 25. We're still kids. Would you consider yourself a fucking baby?
A baby? No. But a child, a kid, yes.
Yeah. An adolescent.
Yes.
You know what I mean?
Like, everybody develops at different stages and ages and whatever. If you're more developed at 18 and you feel like you can take it on, fuck it. Yeah, whatever. But it's not something like, oh, you're 18. Congratulations. Here's some drugs. Like, no. It's not how it should be.
Exactly. Is the music scene in Australia, and how is the music scene in Australia, and what do you think of bands like King Gerard? I haven't really got into it too much, but no, the music scene in Melbourne in particular is fucking incredible, no matter what genre you're in. But yeah, that's my opinion on it.
Law of attraction
is what you believe. Exactly. That's why, and going back to having the feeling like you've already got what you want, that's belief.
Yeah, exactly.
How can you feel? Because most people will be like, but how can I feel like I have it if I don't? That's just stupid. And then that's when most people will just shut it off. Oh, it's pseudoscience. It doesn't work. It could be pseudoscience. It could be bullshit. But if you believe in your own bullshit, it becomes true.
Yep.
That's the thing. That's how reality works, guys. Come on. We should know this by now. Hi, you're my favorite YouTuber. Will you make a live psychedelic trip on YouTube? No. I might make a live experience and stuff like that, but definitely not a live. No fucking way. Oh, that sounds horrible. That sounds horrible. Is it just me, though? Like tripping balls and doing a live stream?
Yeah, no.
No, that sounds horrible. No.
You wouldn't last very long.
I'm sorry, but
You wouldn't last very long.
I want you guys to know right now that will never, ever happen. Maybe on weed, but then that's it. Not like a full-blown.
Maybe me tripping.
Yeah, maybe her tripping, but not me. No, I'll freak out.
So I could see me tripping on a live stream, but I wouldn't be able to look at the camera or anything.
Okay, when I release the album, blah, blah, blah.
Oh, no,
cool. Give you permission if you want to promote your stuff on my new channel, even though I haven't checked out your channel. But I can't now, because obviously I'm in the middle of the live
stream. Not even going to touch that.
No, I'm not touching that topic. Adam. Hello, Adam. I suppressed my first DMT trip because it was bad. I still think it was the right thing to do at that time. I did later reposted the same things. Issues about psychedelics. So, yeah. Again, guys, with my opinions on like traumas and bad trips and psychedelics, I'm a lot more conservative nowadays, especially what I've been through. So, yeah, more paranoid. Melbourne population 3.8 million. Thank you. Now we know. Are you supporting yourself purely on YouTube channel currently? Yes. It helped me go through my travel through Southeast Asia, but it's like cheap as hell. Yeah, I moved back into mum's house. So I don't have to pay rent, but yeah, I am supporting myself purely from you guys on Patreon. So thank you guys so much. We are looking to build our funding, so then that way I should be able to move out soon and make like really big, like epic pieces of content. Because I like educational segments. Don't get me wrong, like me talking in front of the camera, but I want to do like more ambitious stuff, which I don't want to get into now. But trust me, next phase is coming. Like if you guys like the ayahuasca documentary and the coca documentary and videos like what shrooms feel like, how it's like very structured, and I like map out this subjective mind map of the psychedelic experience. I'm going to be doing series like that, but from other stuff. That's going to be the next video I'm working on, actually, which just the scripting takes so much work. So much. Just the scripting, let alone the editing and stuff. So, again, thank you guys. This is amazing. It's 2017 now. You can make a living from talking about drugs. You want to read any questions?
I had one, but I forgot it. And I don't see it.
Hey Tom, do you get offended when people watch your videos on drugs? Not offended, just disappointed, I suppose. I am a dad. I'm not angry, mate. I'm just a little disappointed. And it's just disappointed in the sense where it's like, from everything that I teach, and you're watching my video, you're wasting your psychedelic experience on a two-dimensional screen. It's like you're just cheating yourself, really. That's why it's like, yeah. But I don't get offended. I don't get offended. Being offended, the only thing that offends me is when other people get offended. There's too much fucked up actual real problems going on in the world for people to get offended. It's ridiculous. Offended. I'm offended.
Ever listen to heavy ass metal when tripping?
No, the first time I listened to metal was my first mushroom trip, and that set me up into a very dark downward spiral.
I don't even really like listening to music while I'm tripping, to be honest.
Yeah. Just instrumental, soft, ambient stuff. Yeah. It's like ayahuasca, Icaros. They're awesome to listen to.
Are you a fan of any?
Solipsism. What's solipsism? The view or theory that the self is all that can be known to exist. Yeah, it's terrifying, yeah. Have you ever looked in the mirror on psychedelics? If so, what was it like? It was like looking into a portal of another parallel reality, and my face would just morph and transform into like different entities, like a wood elf and like all these crazy things, and so trippy. It's one of the trippiest things ever. Same if you actually, for those who have a lucid dreaming practice, next time you do realize that you're in a dream, look into a mirror.
I saw myself and it wasn't me. That's trippy.
I feel you, man. Don't touch on the subject. I talk about controversial shit enough, i.e. psychedelics. I'm not going to touch that. Hey Tom, I want to experience ego death to help me become enlightened. How do you feel about Terence McKenna's recommendation? 5 grams, stream alone, dark room, silence. Depends on where you're at, but it won't make you enlightened. It might give you a glimpse, but then again, no.
Ego death doesn't necessarily make you enlightened. And ego death isn't necessarily something everybody needs. Like, yes, parts of your ego do need to die, but you do need.
But that can be egoic in and of itself as well. Remember that the ego is very good at using spiritual practices to strengthen itself without people realizing, which is what happens a lot in the spiritual community and in the psychonaut community. I'm not going to do it because I'm not that kind of person, but I can send you like 10 channels right now who've had ego deaths on mushrooms, and they're still the same fucking person that they were beforehand. So yeah, it's not necessarily going to give you what you want, but it can help. Like, if you want to do it, make sure you're doing it out of your like you're not doing it out of ego. because you feel it's right. Use feelings, man. Like Carl Jung said that emotions are the language of the soul. So use that. I'm doing my first ayahuasca ceremony this weekend. I'm nervous about the intensity but I am trying not to have an expectation and be humble. Any other advice? No, it seems like you've got the right attitude with it. Maybe the few days before you go into it, just maybe like meditate more than usual, eat clean, and stay away from like mainstream media, and just like try to clean your mind and, you know, be out in nature. Like start the process. Yeah, start the process before you actually drink ayahuasca. That's it. Tom, have you researched the fourth dimension and to a further extent string theory? Blah 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 blah. It gets a little bit way over my head, but yeah, I love like researching into that kind of stuff. So it depends what mood I am, because sometimes studying that kind of stuff just overwhelms me too much. I'm like, it's too much. I can't do this. But then another time it's like amazing. Have you ever known someone who went a bit loco from doing too many drugs? My friend is in a bad place. That's a hard thing to go through. Yep, I know a few.
I know one.
Sorry, Dad. I'll forget your girlfriend's name. She's so pretty. Those dimples.
Oh, thank you. I used to get teased for them, believe it or not. Kids
I like how you said that and you pointed to me. No, it was delayed.
Oh.
You used to get teased and you pointed at me. I don't know. All right. I'm going to end this live stream, guys. So if you have any last questions, we'll do 5 more minutes. I'm hungry. And I'm getting hangry. Have you ever been to Mexico?
Yeah. We had a great time.
Yeah, one of my favorite countries ever. How could you not get bad vibes from Koi Fresco? All right. So there's a lot, no, not a lot, but there's a few comments that give him hate. And like, I can understand why, because of like how his persona may come across on his channel, like he's a guru and blah, 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 and because he's too young and no. And I get it. But how I look at it is he helping people more than he's hindering? If yes, I respect that, because there's so much negativity in this world that the more people that are helping people along their personal journey is a good thing in my eyes. And talking to him in person through this podcast, I got a much different vibe than what I do from when I watch his videos. So he's actually a humble, cool dude to talk to. Like, it's not my favorite. Like, I wouldn't make videos the way he does, but I'm not him. He is him. And if what he does bothers you, then you have to look at yourself. What insecurities are getting projected onto the screen? Like, if you get an emotional response, because like there are a lot of YouTubers that I just despise, but I don't get emotionally worked up over. I'm just like, yeah, I just don't resonate with him, and I just leave it at that. But if you're getting like really angry and upset because of how he does things, then it's more to do with yourself, nothing to do with Claire. Not saying that you are projecting. I'm just saying it's just, yeah, a lot of people do. Yeah, he's a cool dude. I like him. Actually, when we go to California, we're probably going to meet up with him. Okay, where was it? Tom, last question. What are you going to eat when the last stream? Well, I'm going to have a smoothie right now. Blueberry, banana, plant protein powder, some mushroom powder. That one too. Vegetarian hot dogs. Well, vegan hot dogs.
Chilean vegan.
Yeah, so there's in Chile they have completos, which it's a hot dog, avocado, tomato, mayonnaise, blah blah blah. But yeah, we're gonna make it vegan.
Yes, it's delicious.
Yeah, it's amazing. Oh, God damn it!
You keep scrolling the whole screen now.
Thanks, Tom and Yesenia. Hope to see more videos from you soon. Yes, we will. Do you think psychedelics can distract you from real responsibilities in life? Yep.
100%.
100%. In fact, I probably met more people who got distracted from psychedelics and positively affected by it. Tom, who had the great influence on you for getting you started in psychedelics? If I had to narrow it down to the one person, Joe Rogan because he's the hub, but through Joe Rogan it was Graham Hancock and Aubrey Marcus, but those three people, definitely, because then they got me into Terence McKenna and stuff. But it was more than, yeah, especially Aubrey Marcus. Bro, do you fucking like ketamine? Why do you have to swear, mate? You must be Australian. Bro, do you fucking like ketamine or not? Come on, you haven't covered this topic once. I don't know. I don't know. I don't know. I'll cover it in the future. Don't worry. Don't worry. I just want to talk about it here. I don't want to talk about it here because, especially because I want to make a video on it. You get me? He's like, you motherfucker. Yeah. Do you know if it would be safe to microdose 5-MeO-DMT? That's a drug that I specifically haven't researched in terms of microdosing, so I don't know. Let's meet up in CA. Yeah, when I go there eventually. I don't know when, but yeah, I've always wanted to go to California. Can you make a video about types of magic mushrooms in Australia and how to recognize them? Well, I was going to. I bought a macro lens and everything, but we'll see. Support, guys. We need more support, especially for a video like that, which can get me into a lot of trouble. LSD and shrooms are just kids' toys, garbage. After you try DMT, you'll see why. That's ego, mate. Sorry. Those are the people. You haven't had a high dose of shrooms, so you don't know. Remember that psilocybin is an evolved form of DMT. So to say that that's child's play and DMT is stronger is just, it's all relative. You know what I mean? Like, I can have a DMT trip, which gives me a level 7 experience, and then have a high shrooms trip, which gives me like a level 10 experience. And then I could say the same thing, and I could be like, oh, no, DMT is a little bitch of a drug. Shrooms is the real deal because of my particular experience. It's all relative. And then on top of that, I could just say, like, when I interviewed Martin Ball, he said that 5-MeO-DMT is much more intense than DMT. So, yeah, I could just say that 5-MeO-DMT makes DMT look like a little bitch drug. And then I'm sure you can find something else that said 5-MeO-DMT is a bitch drug because this is the real deal. Oh no, but this is the
and it goes on.
And it goes on and on and on. Purely just ego. So just don't ever catch yourself saying that sentence again, because I've said those kind of things before, and it's like you just look like a fool. It's kids' toys. It's all you. It's your mind. Don't look at these drugs as like this separate thing. Anyways, sorry for that rant.
Yelling at them.
Ah!
Calm down, dear. Calm
Okay.
down.
It's a very dangerous attitude, though, I think. That's how people get fucking psychosis and fucked up trips. Because it's a kid's fucking thing.
Am I allowed to say mate if I'm American? Yes, you can say mate.
It's like, I've ate 20 grams of shrooms. Well, Joe Rogan agrees with me. Yeah, but what did I say? It's all relative. You know what I mean? Like, if you let's say if you fasted for like a week and then you had 20-gram mushrooms, it'll be a different experience.
And it depends on the species of the mushroom
exactly.
as well. My gosh.
It's all relative, man. It's all relative. Everything's relative. And then I could be like, yeah, but you haven't had 40 grams. So 20 grams is a little kid's dose. But you know what I mean? Like, my point is that
there's so much more.
It never ends. It never ends.
There's so much more.
Yeah, exactly. It never ends.
There's so much more to it.
Yeah, exactly. Joe says, exactly. So what, is Joe like a fucking DMT sage now, is he? He hasn't even had ayahuasca. So I don't know. That's just person, man. Anyways, I'm not getting into this. It's shrooms times a million plus aliens. Yeah, I know, but Joe hasn't had like 40 grams of mushrooms, so
yeah,
again,
I'm high as a kite right now. There we go. That's one.
That's someone else.
Oh, is it?
Yeah.
Oh.
Okay, that's it. All right, guys. Peace out. Love yous all. Thanks for watching. Thanks for the support. We'll be making a video soon for this channel. I guess that's a update. What's going on? Blah blah blah. The Koi Fresco podcast will be up in a few days, I suppose. And yeah, next phase will be commencing. I got a lot of amazing content in the works, especially one. Should I just say it now? No. No, leave it for a surprise. But it's something. It's a video I've been working on for a long time. And again, like the more support we get from you guys, the quicker I'd be able to do your Senya's LSD trip video and ayahuasca documentary, and I'll be able to do more cool shit.
Bye, mate. Enjoy that smoothie.
Thank you. One more.
Bye, guys.
You love you. See you guys. Bye-bye. Love, love, love.